Drinking the last of my grapefruit flavor San Pellegrino sodas. Also, I'm installing Borderlands Remastered on Chernobyl Day, which is appropriate since the Borderlands series is my second love, so to speak, next to Stalker.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. Tediore makes an easy-to-use gun.
Despite being green label, that's a pretty good machine pistol right there. Shop smart. Shop S&S smart.
Teach those last guys in Neighborhood on fire.
By the way, I used to be a housewares clerk back in the late 90s. Oh, I really only have one weapon that takes advantage of Firefly, and that's this. Even though it's a corrosive SMG, with that boost to elemental effect chance, naturally that's good for all your elemental weapons, especially full auto elementals. I'm going to do the same thing in this episode that I did with Tediore. So this will be a farming, grinding, shopping episode. But it probably won't be as long. I'm anticipating this will probably be less than 2 hours long. Maybe 2 hours tops. I'll most likely head on over to Jacob's Cove and do all those early missions. Since level 43, weapons and gear are certainly viable for this part of the game. Why not?
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Good rolling style weapons.
It's hard to seek new opportunities with old equipment. Upgrade now. Forget your ride.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Still wouldn't mind getting my mitts on a new explodey payload rifle. That's a good brick style equalizer. Wouldn't mind having that for my Morty, though I prefer acid or fire. My Tediore Mordy engine. All my characters that are not dedicated to allegiance runs have an equalizer. which I typically only use to regen ammo for better revolvers. The only characters I have that don't make use of the equalizer are Dahl Lil and Flat Off Roll. By the way, if I can get confirmation that my making fun of communism during my Flat Off Allegiance run is not the reason my previous channel got shut down, then I will re-upload and continue my Flat Off Allegiance run as well.
Mine.
Stuck on nothing. That pisses me off.
If you are stabbed, control the bleeding as best you can. If you find yourself
I hate burst fire launchers.
More bullets. All SNS guns have extended magazines.
It's a good double SMG despite being green. It's because it has a good barrel. I think that's barrel 4.
Talk to you later.
Is there something you need?
First aid kit, and you won't regret it.
I think we're done here.
Let's get you rolling.
Only thing that would make this shotgun better is a spike attachment. I'll do the usual shopping spree first before I head on over to Jacob's Cove. Even though all the stuff I've currently got is serviceable or better. It's obligatory. Because, you know, looter shooter. I mean, what if I happen to find a stomper with an 18-round mag? And a Type 3 body or better. And a Type 2 sight or better. That would outmode the 2 stompers I currently have. Regardless of overall stats. Remember on Playthru-1, I came across a Stomper with an 18-round mag while I already had a Stomper that was built from generally better parts, but I favored the one with the 18-round mag, just because 12-round mags are stupid.
It's a lost planet. Smell oddly. We'll speak again.
Outmoded. That's not a double Z, but it almost looks like the double Z material type.
You can't ever be too rich to get your hands here.
Best part left side.
Do you need something? I'm going to need a nuclear reaction to generate the one.
Oh, I'll be going to Jacob's Cove soon enough. So I was a housewares clerk back in the late 90s. When I worked at a Meijer store in Fort Wayne, Indiana, while I was in college. That would have been sometime in late 1998. That right there, that's what I need for my Tediore Mordy. Except what I really need is an intense pounder to work with the Ranger class mod as a sort of designated marksman rifle. And it can be built from all these same parts, but I prefer Sight 2 or better. This is Sight 1, Barrel 1, Stock 1, Body 5. But it's also blue, and it's built from Material 3. Best part left side. Best part in the middle.
Remember, Marcus means quality.
So anyway, I was given the choice of 2 departments since they had 2 openings.
Walking.
I don't really need to spawn 2 vehicles. Once again, I'm stuck on nothing. And I chose housewares just so I could be just like Ash. Like it's any surprise, I'm a Bruce Campbell fantard. Also a Sam Raimi fantard, of course. Because if you're a fantard for one of them, you have to be a fantard for the other. Also a Ted Raimi fantard.
Aw, did that hurt?
Hyperion asks, what good is a gun that doesn't shoot where you point? Get a gun that's as accurate as you are. You gotta squeal before we cook ya.
I have an electric. Maybe I should test them both. One's green, one's blue. The green one has a better barrel. The blue one has a better body. This is ×1, this is ×2. But what does that really mean on a revolver, since revolvers proc per shot anyway? Base damage almost the same, but irrelevant on an elemental revolver. Base damage in general is typically irrelevant on most, if not all, elemental weapons anyway. I'll test these out later. Right now I have more shopping to do. Revolvers, in my opinion, make the best electric weapons. Best, most reliable shield breakers. Better than their... Oh, these both suck. Better than their full auto electric counterpart weapons. I hate that reload animation, so this one wins. This one gets sold, and I haven't even used it. I don't tolerate that exaggerated reload bullshit. Just like how I don't tolerate that exaggerated pump animation on combat shotguns that have really low fire rate. Like a Jacobs with a bad body type. There's that right there, static equalizer. I always like to have one of those for the end game. I hope I come across level 50 or so static equalizer on my Tediore Mordy. The grenades I've got are good, but I'm still checking the shops because I want some fire ones too. Acid and fire. My favorite elements. Best part left side. Best part left side.
talking.
Do you think the dust from Borderlands 2 is more like the Dahl Headland or more like the Rust Commons? Or both, or either?
Iron Atlas, and you too.
And there's a volcano.
Hold the power of the gods in your hands. If he took more than one shot, you
Level
weren't
appropriate.
using it.
So if this wasn't Tediore Allegiance, I'd have some really good Morty-style legendaries. There's a well-parted Hyperion Liquid Lance, Barrel 5, Sight 3, Stock Type, I don't know what. Nothing special, just well-parted.
Dahl makes guns for professional
Good body type on that launcher, but it's burst fire, and I don't typically use electric launchers. If I'm going to use an elemental launcher, gotta be fire or acid. Good barrel on that, barrel 4. But the scope and the stock are both type 1. That's too basic. Not good enough. I still like this plain old green shotgun better than this bulldog.
Look at you roll. Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds. Tediore makes an easy to
Good
use
sights on
gun.
that. Good body on that. Another burst fire launcher though. Ugh. I don't see why those need to exist. Damage difference is due to barrel type. Barrel 4, barrel 3.
Ah, first aid kit. You won't regret it.
Best part, right side.
All the latest and greatest in high-powered weaponry and gear sold right here for your convenience.
It's a 34. Didn't really need to pick up that wad of cash, but it felt irresponsible not to. Scope Masher
Going up to the vault.
with Barrel 2, and it's a Tediore.
Have a look around.
That makes the scope structurally superfluous. Not necessarily the case on this. 88.6.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their
Best part in the middle.
scary tales?
Way too basic.
Unit malfunction. I can't move. I'm paralyzed in fear.
This is working!
One or two more levels, and pretty sure level 43 will be outmoded. Only finding level 34 Dahl stuff in these chests, but I know I've seen 43s before. Ceiling fan without a ceiling.
Dahl's guns absorb a lot of recoil, allowing you to stay accurate throughout the fight.
Also, I need to upgrade all of my SDUs. So I'll go to T-Bone, Underdome, Tartarus, then I'll head on over to Jacob's Cove. A clip is a device other than a speed loader used for loading a magazine or cylinder.
Regenerate ammo or even heal you. Get yours right here.
SMG, shotgun, revolver, repeater,
Hello, Marcos
skip
here.
launcher,
I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Give us your hungry, and we'll give them our leftovers. Give us your poor, and we'll give them a job that might pay.
good.
Give us your weary, and we'll make them sing us a song. We are Atlas.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Let's trick out your ride.
Let's get some wheels.
to my shop.
Jacob scans do one thing really well.
Another. Oh, look at.
And honestly, what else do you need?
All these legendaries that I can't make use of.
Pleasure to be doing
The
this.
mighty best.
If I can't find you what you need, that will be found on Pandora. Give me a shout if I can help
If
you.
you need healing, step right up.
Best part left side.
Hey, let's get you rolling, man. Jacob scans do one thing really
Good barrel
well.
on that.
Power.
Skimpy mag though.
Honestly, what else do you need?
I don't like helix launchers,
Just can't
but I don't
carry
hate them as much as I
those
hate
bullets
burst
for every
fire launchers.
job. First thing you get upgrade. Supplies limited.
Under what circumstances would you ever need a rocket launcher to fire bursts? Makes much more sense for it to unleash a salvo. Like bandit launchers in Borderlands 2. They fire a salvo of 3 rockets per shot.
Greetings. I'm going to need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21. Oh, hey, hello.
Dahl's guns absorb a lot of recoil, allowing you to stay accurate throughout the fight. Always something new. Visit all step right up.
How much time?
Get your mans here.
I anticipate that the shops will change over by the time I'm done fighting off the zombies in Jacob's Cove.
What do you need, an invitation? Come here.
It was a dark and stormy night. Sheesh. On a distant corner of Pandora, where few men dare to tread. With the journey to find the elusive vault behind them, our fearless adventurers set off into the trees of...
What's a tree?
Oh, for the angel's sake! It's a plant that grows out of the ground really tall.
Like this?
No more interruptions. So, they set out into the trees of Jacob's Cove, a land very much ravaged and forgotten by time. It was here that the scientist Dr. Ned, who is totally not Dr. Zed from the last story though, tried to help all of mankind, but ultimately caused very bad shit.
That's a swear.
Dude made zombies, okay? You're not the police of me. Pay attention. Okay, so some bad crap was happening, and it got really spooky. And this is where our story begins.
Is any of this going to be true?
Yes, probably a lot of it. You're adopted.
Did you ever see Reanimator? Or Bride of Reanimator?
Greetings, misinformed zombie fodder. I am not affiliated with
There's
the
a
Jacobs
third one, but I
Corporation,
forget what it's called.
But they packed me to tell people like you that they would appreciate some assistance with the overwhelming situation with the living impaired. I should warn you, though, that they'll suck your brain out of your cranial cavity like a crappuccino if you get too close. If you'd still like to help, I suggest you turn on the town's defenses. Otherwise, crappuccino. Toodles!
Commando. Morty can get the most use out of Jacob's guns. In general. Yeah, the acid won't do anything. Really? No comment.
Okay, at least they can't smell me.
on just a moment. Let's see how much time I have left on the shops.
Is shooting bullets just not cool
An
enough
Atlas
for you?
repeater with barrel 5.
And light some people on fire.
It's a purple 46. Those parts right there would make a good masher.
And you too can see what it feels like to hold the power of the gods in your hands. All the latest and greatest in high-powered weaponry and gear sold right here for your convenience.
The town should be safe for now. But if you're really going to solve the zombie infestation, you're gonna need to talk to Dr. Ned. He's been trying to fix the problem, and I'm sure he could use a hand. I'll open the waterfront gate so you can be on your way. Let's go!
Just a moment, Clappy. I've got to check the red chest. A cheap, chintzy white launcher out of a red chest. Don't insult me. There was 37. Yep. A cheap, chintzy, white label level 37 flat-off launcher. Shoot.
Choose Dr. Ned before you're undead.
Best part left side.
On whether or not you survive and make it back. I had 3 to 1 you'd be zombie nugget. Man, the new used station really throws off the spread.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and
I'm not going to bother picking these up in order. I'm just going to pick them up.
easy to use gun.
Dearest Anna, I've arrived at Jacob's Cove, and you'll be pleased to know it seems a jolly and lively old town. I know being away from you and the children will be difficult, but it's only for a few cycles. The pay is just too generous to pass up. I'll work hard here and be back to you and the girls soon. My brother will take good care of you in the meantime. Love, Hank.
Don't be a chump.
Anna, things have gone from bad to worse. There have been rumors of people seeing the dead walk.
Why does that look like a
At
kid?
first, these tales were laughed off at the saloon, but now people talk in the hushed whispers of the truth. They say that those who come in contact with the dead are always the first to be ill and are, as such, the first to seek the help of Dr. Ned. The doctor assures me that he's making progress on a cure. I, for one, believe him, and it is only 3 more weeks till we are reunited. Kiss the girls for me. Love, Hank.
Do you think Corporal Reese is Hank's brother? I'm pretty sure that name is actually pronounced Rice. The original version of the name Reese is Welsh and is spelled R-H-Y-S, like Reese from Tales from the Borderland. Kyle Reese, his name is spelled R-E-E-S-E, and that's the Irish version of the name, so... I like that they've pointed out that he is of Irish heritage. Because it fits, it makes sense.
I'm really good at this.
By the way, I'm a Michael Biehn fantard as well as a Bruce Campbell fantard, and I've been a fantard for Michael Biehn for far longer than I have Bruce Campbell. Gotta get all the annoyances out of my face.
Beloved Anna, it is no longer rumors. Some curse has been set upon us here at Jacob's Cove. The dead are rising from their graves and are ravenous with a hunger for flesh. All work has stopped, and we're fighting for our lives. But fear not. Dr. Ned believes there's a way to stop the horror. I have volunteered to allow him to test an antidote on me. It's the skags, my dear. The filthy skags will be our salvation. The doctor says they're immune to the ailment. I'm presently on my way to get this treatment at the hospital outside of town. I know it will be a success, and we will be together again shortly. Pray for me, Hank.
Like I said, don't be a chump. Corrosive rubber nades. I like those. All the time I see people in live streams and Let's Plays refusing to use rubberized grenades in Borderlands 1 because they played Borderlands 2 first and realized that rubberized grenades suck in Borderlands 2. So they assume that they suck in Borderlands 1 without ever trying them. So, thanks a lot, Borderlands 2, for forever tarnishing the reputation of rubberized grenades. They're actually good in Borderlands 1. You can rebound them off walls, floors, ceilings.
Dearest Anna, the work here is tough, but honest. Oh, and the trees, Anna. The trees are amazing. You wouldn't believe your eyes. I've never seen anything like them. Sometimes I feel sad to cut them down, but it will all be worth it if I can give back to you with the money required for us to have a fresh start. I'm dreaming about a nice homestead in the Dahl headland. Think on it. Missing you, Hank. Yes. Tell Sally that I love the hat she sent. I wear it every day. Thank you, but you don't know the joy that a child's love can bring.
Every workplace has a crazy hat guy. I used to work in a book bindery, and one of my fellow forklift operators was a crazy hat guy. I always wore either a hat with a picture of a dog on it, and it's an ordinary baseball style cap, which some call a trucker hat. This was before I got my Jacobs hat, like a few years before. During the cold seasons, I'd wear what I call my Charlie Brown hat, because Charlie Brown in the wintertime would wear a yellow hat with ear flaps that can fasten up, and I've got one that looks kind of like that, except it has a strap as part of the ear flaps, so it can be buttoned up or down. I'll let them get a bit closer. No comment.
Dearest Anna, I've been noticing some strange things at the mill of late. Many workers seem to be falling very ill. What is strange is that we all had our checkups just last week and were given a clean bill of health and a vitamin from the company's physician, Dr. Ned. He's doing everything in his power, but there have been some deaths. Do not worry. I will, as always, be careful. I'll send an echo again soon. All my love, Hank.
$16 already? Didn't realize I'd picked up that many. After this, I'll double anarchy my way through Dead Haven, just to see if I come back with anything worthwhile.
Don't go falling in love with me, stranger. I've been hurt too many times. By zombies.
Hyperion asks, what good is a gun that doesn't shoot where you point? Get a gun that's as accurate as you are.
66, piss poor accuracy. Barrel 2, body 3, stock 2.
Your grenade should do more than just explode.
That was a long second.
Grenades with a new mod today.
504. Insert reference to the long second watch from Trancers. The boat can leave now. Tell the crew. Yes, I have to say that every time. Regardless of playthrough. It's a reference to Musho Fushi's zombie. Best part right side.
Guys, a thing or two about firepower.
She came up out of nowhere. There's a big one. See how I'm aiming slightly off to the side?
Aw, did that hurt?
don't necessarily need to do that since I have other weapons. I hear an explosion, indicative of another tank in stock. Lil's having fun. This is the entrance to the true lab, but I don't yet know the secret knock. Dr. Ned's other lab is at a mill. Is it a lab, or is it a mill, or is it both? I used to work in a mattress factory. It was just like the movie Graveyard Shift crossed with the Mangler. There was even a machine that was nicknamed the Mangler because of the amount of injuries it had caused. Best part left side, 2/3 best parts. Best part left side, best part in the middle. I wonder how much money I actually have.
Who knows what you're gonna find in the vault? Make sure you're packing.
The boat can leave now. Tell the crew. Didn't come away with anything interesting, but that's okay, I guess, because for Dahl Lil, what I've got is just fine. So rubberized grenades in Borderlands 1, you could rebound them off of walls, floors, ceilings, etc.
Is shooting bullets just not cool enough for you? Get a Maliwan and light some people on fire.
If you practice with them, you can hit enemies behind walls or behind cover. Barrel 4, barrel 3. And they have different body types, but the same fire rate. And I know from looking at this one that it has body type 1, which typically yields a fire rate of 1.0, so I wonder why it's different in this case. I will go ahead and buy this.
Everybody's doing the claptrap. It's zombies for the thrill. Chicks and shorties up my grill, but you like kind.
And it has a good reload animation.
The best defense is not a good offense, it's a good defense. So get yourself a shield.
We were betting on whether or not you'd survive and make it back. I had 3 to 1 you'd be zombie nugget. Man, new youth station really throws off the track.
Nothing to do now but go shopping. Really? No comment. Stop saying clip instead of magazine.
Always something new. Visit all our convenient locations.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Your grenade should do more than just explode. Customize your grenade. On today. I sure got you right now.
Let's get out of here.
Who are your leaders? Who makes the decisions that will most affect your lives?
I meant to do that.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Another legendary I can't make use of. This I can make use of. Barrel 3, body 4, stock 1, sight 2. It's only too bad it doesn't have an 18-round mag.
Keep at it, my
All
friend.
the latest and greatest in high-powered weaponry and gear sold right here for your convenience.
What do you need?
Get your minutes
New
here.
mercenary class mod. Or Firefly. Made by Dahl, 5-line purple. Doesn't necessarily have to be model 660. Best part in the middle.
Just tell me if you need anything.
I think. I used to think I knew for sure that I had memorized those parts, but now I'm not entirely certain. If you're curious, it's on the Borderlands wiki. Underdoom is next.
Atlas spares no expense in making guns that excel in every area.
Good body type on that.
Always something new. Buy an Atlas, and you too can see what it feels like to hold the power.
Generally good parts on this. It's only too bad it doesn't have an 18-round mag. It has barrel 4, body 3, stock 1, and sight 2.
Who needs a real doctor when you got my machines and their scary needles?
Two matching Roland style weapons for level 49. Barrel 3, barrel 3. Cylinder type 4, body 4. Not sure what kind of body this has. Fire rate of 0.8 is fine for a combat shotgun, but Lilith's Quicksilver skill improves that anyway.
Hello there, good friend.
Dahl makes guns for professional mercs.
A
They're
Mongol.
accurate and effective, assuming you're strong enough to hold one. His shooting bullets just
Look how cheap it is.
get a hammer and light up.
My favorite legendary launcher. And the only case in which I prefer anything made by Vladov over the equivalent thing made by Tor. Best part right side. When it comes to standard issue launchers, I prefer Torg over Vladov, possibly over all others. And since launchers always proc per shot, elemental launchers, I'm not sure what their
Hey,
elemental,
over
what the
here.
relevance is of their elemental rating, just like with revolvers. But when it comes to legendary launchers, the Mongol is my fave. All the other ones seem kind of gimmicky in comparison. The Mongol unleashes what I describe as Merv rockets. Where was I when the shops changed over? Jacob's Cove? We'll go to middle of nowhere. More likely to find level 46 or better stuff in at least one of the shops here. Also, I've got to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to take a break just a moment. I'm back.
Dahl makes guns for professional mercs. They're heavy, accurate, and effective, assuming you're strong enough to hold one.
That's underscoped. Barrel 5, sight 1.
Hey, this is where the cars land. Get you one. Hey, let's get you rolling, man.
Enough walking.
Wanna shoot a lot of bullets really fast? Vladov has your needs covered.
Gotta check a couple of weapon chests. One red, one white. What if I was playing as Morty right now? Or had a Spectre class mod? Really? Okay, screw it. This has barrel 3 on it. Should not have been a difficult shot. You'll definitely die for that. See if I can check. New Haven before the changeover. After the next changeover, one more shopping spree and I'll call it. This whole thing has been basically pointless with this character, except I did come across level 49 Stomper. and also a better electric revolver. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cheap, reliable, lightweight, and incredibly fast reload speeds.
It looks so stupid with no stock. It has barrel 1, no stock, and yet it has one of the better scope types. Structurally superfluous. So insulting. Insulting in its unintelligent design.
What you're gonna find in the vault. Make sure you pack it. If you need healing, step right up.
I'll go from New Haven, middle of nowhere, Dahl Headland, and then work my way up the list. Saving Underdoom for last. As per typical.
Let's get some wheels.
Jacob's guns do one thing really well. Power. And honestly, what else do you need?
A 2-shot times 1 elemental shotgun. How many shots do you think you would have to burn through to get 1 elemental proc? I'd hazard a guess that it would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 on average, thereby rendering the weapon completely useless. I hate the vast majority of elemental shotguns to begin with. Lil can override their weakness, which is low proc rate. If you have a weapon of low magazine capacity that isn't full auto, and it's elemental, then there's no reason to use it unless it procs reliably. Best part in the middle. And they never proc reliably. Weapon types that do proc reliably are revolvers, rocket launchers,
Get out of here.
and certainly sniper rifles. The Orion and the Volcano proc reliably. The Cobra always gives you an elemental blast, but sometimes you get an extra big one. And there's no way to predict it there. So that's kind of weird.
Rate and recoil reduction into one lethal weapon.
I would prefer a Mag 4 type of cylinder over Mag 2 because it provides a damage boost, which I prioritize over capacity. But if this held 8 instead of 12, I'd be cool with it, since it does actually have 8 chambers. Still, though, I mean, I've got a Bulldog, but I would take this over a Bulldog. Looks like I should favor this. If this had the desert prefix, it would have a payload per shell of 9 instead of 7.
Let's get you right.
I only need to check the weapon and grenade shops here.
Thank you, valuable Jacobs employee, for your continuing patience during this transitional zombie apocalypse. Your satisfaction is very important to us, and thank you for your continuing commitment to making Jacobs #1 in customer satisfaction and accident awareness.
Does it irk anyone else that this Type 2 cylinder holds 12 rounds even though it has 8 chambers?
Stop! Nobody move! I lost my contact lens.
Jacob's guns do one thing really well.
Or does that only bother me?
And honestly, what else do you need?
I could sell this. 1.0 fire rate. Yeah. It served me well, but I will go ahead and retire it. I'm only keeping this for the prestige. It's outmoded by this Doomstick.
Carry enough bullets for your favorite gun? Sounds like you need a storage deck upgrade. Supplies limited.
We were betting on whether or not you'd survive and make it back. I had 3 to 1 you'd be zombie nugget. Man, the new youth station really shows off
the 8 rounds would be perfectly reasonable. I'll go T-Bone, Tartarus, Underdoom. Irk me plenty.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Dahl shotguns rock.
Traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Are you not ready to get rolling?
Enough walking.
Torg shotguns are really good too. I'm not a big fan of the friendly fire. I like their standard issue shotguns. I meant to do that. Yeah, jump out the wrong way.
Don't be shy.
If you find that your gun just doesn't hold enough bullets, then SNS has the solution. More bullets. All SNS guns have extended.
Remember me when you get some more creds to burn.
Atlas spares no expense in making guns that excel in every area.
Hello. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Still haven't had a Dahl shotgun with barrel 4 that I've gotten any extensive use out of.
You need something?
All the Dahl shotguns I've used.
You got my machines in there.
Screw it now. Why couldn't you be a 5-line purple Model 660? Built from material 3 with SMG ammo regen. Perfectly parted shield right there. Not only is it perfectly parted, it's also purple. Perfectly parted purple pangolin. Best part left side, best part right side, best part in the middle. So memorize what that looks like. That is a perfect shield. Also, that was a long
What can
second.
I do for you?
903.
Cover it, kid.
What was I saying? All the shotguns I've used all throughout Playthrough 1 and 2 have had barrel 3 or barrel 5. I recall having 2 desert shotguns on 2 level 25 desert shotguns on Playthrough 1. One had a Type 1 cylinder and the other had Type 4. The Type 4 cylinder is, in my opinion, the overall best cylinder type for combat shotguns. It's called Mag 4. The Mag 3 part is the detachable box mag for shotguns. Looks the same across all brands, but can have different capacities. Anything other than SNS, it'll be 5 or 7. If it's SNS, it'll be 9 or 10.
You're from off planet. Smell oddly.
Unless it's a crux, then it can have more. Even though it's a really dink-ass looking mag, and I'll never understand why they did that. Why couldn't they make it a bit deeper? So it looks like it actually has decent capacity.
Remember, you can always count on Marco's latest guns around. You won't regret it.
Hyperion would be an interesting choice for Brick on Team Allegiance because of the Warmonger class mod, which is also made by Torg, by the way.
Hey, over here! Yoo-hoo! Yes, you!
Torg is the overall best brand for Brick, Allegiance or otherwise, and if you are doing Allegiance, then solo or co-op. Brick is just built for Torg, and Torg is built for Brick. Good body type on that. Same sight on these, different barrel types. And since they're machine pistols, that sight would disappear while aiming down sights. Wondering if I should buy some plain old explodey bouncing Betty grenades in case I decide to hunt zombies. Because acid doesn't affect zombies. I'll stash the bulldog. I could just sell it, since this is better. Not much resale value. I'd rather just keep it as a collectible at least. Maxed out. So this excursion proved to be purposeful. Came away with this and this. Till next time, catch you on the flip side, and see you next mission, slabs.